Hey guys, it's the day after Christmas and Santa was really good to me. I got a new camera. I don't know if you can tell. I also don't know how to work it, so we'll learn together. I really came down here to kind of show you what my garden looks like. It's late December, like I said, the day after Christmas, but things are still alive. We have had a super mild winter so far. I mean, technically winter just started. But really, like, any time after Thanksgiving is winter in my mind. One thing that I really am happy that I did, like future Kim or present Kim is thanking past Kim for seeding all of these greens that you see behind me. I forgot I have this thing. So I planted lots of lettuce greens. Like this was just a lettuce greens mix. And then I've got spinach and arugula. And we did get a pretty cold couple nights. They were in the teens a couple weeks ago. And really the only thing that looked sad was like the tips of the lettuce, and some arugula looked a little worse for wear. But the last couple weeks they've really like recovered. It was 60 degrees on Christmas Eve. And you will not hear me complaining, ever. I do not need a white Christmas. I need green things still growing in my garden. So that's what I'm doing today. I need to harvest a nice big salad because I don't know if you're like me, but I overindulged in all of the sugary treats. And I just really feel kind of gross. So I need to reset my body with some green. I'm a texture person, and typically the like salad mix greens aren't crunchy enough. They're too like weed-y, if you know what I mean, like the texture of like a weed that you would find in your yard. I'm not a fan. I really like head lettuce, but I will tell you, the spinach that I planted back in September, I think, we have been eating so much spinach and spinach salads, and I've been putting it in eggs. And it's still beautiful. This is like the hardiest of all the greens that are out here. And normally I get really busy in the fall, or I'm burnt out and I don't think about planting more. And I'm really glad that I planted more. I love my cats, I really do. But this one in particular is so clingy and annoying. And you have no manners, sir. And he'll climb you like a tree. And he doesn't realize that he has really sharp claws. Okay. I'm just trying to pick some spinach, sir. The bad thing though about this time of the year is that all the greens are dirty. So then you have to wash them extra good. But like, how beautiful is this purple lettuce? Another reason why this cat has no manners. He genuinely means well. I know you do. He's purring. He just wants to love me. But the fact that he will just jump on my shoulders, commanding attention, is really inconvenient for me. But here I am, doing nothing about it. You need to get off. Get off. Thank you. Arugula is one of the more sensitive greens I've noticed. Especially when it gets tall like this, the tops get burnt. Now this patch looks really good because it must have been small when the frost hit. But like, there's a mushy one. But still, lots of these are really beautiful. And I have been loving arugula. I thought I didn't really like arugula because I've only ever had it when it's spicy. And I don't want a spicy salad typically. I like crunchier sweet salads. But this arugula has not been spicy at all. I mean, the perks of growing it in the season that it's supposed to grow in, I guess. But we have been loving. Binks, you want to eat some salad? No, just rub your head on it. Like, look how big. Beautiful. Stop it. I haven't been picking just too much kale. For one, the aphids were awful. Oh my gosh, I was hoping they were dead. Dang, they're not. So this kale's pretty sad and old. I don't know if you can see them, but there are little tiny aphids. Let me see if I can get a better one. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at all those gross little buggies. So a lot of times if you have, usually I think it's an overage of nitrogen, you'll have a large aphid infestation, but also these plants are just probably weak because I planted these in March, you guys. If I was dying for some greens, of course, I would just wash the aphids off. They're really easily sprayed off with water, but I'm not hurting for greens. I was hoping, honestly, that those couple cold nights we had a week or so ago, they would have died. But it's looked like they found a warm place to hide while it was really cold. So kale's pretty hardy. If I still have this in a month, because I'm gonna assume January is gonna get cold enough to kill these little buggers, I'll come out here and pick them then, or I'll do like a mass harvest and make a bunch of kale chips or something. But obviously I'm not hurting for greens right now, and so if I don't have to clean bugs off, I don't want to, because those are a lot of bugs, and I don't want to have to think about chewing bugs on accident when I'm eating. You know? Miss Honey behind me, she's looking wide. She's due in late January, which is an awful time to have a calf in winter. So I'm kind of hoping that it does stay mild, because we want a healthy mama and baby. I love when she gets her winter coat. She gets like a dark face that she normally doesn't have. And also, jerseys, sometimes as they age, their color can change. I don't remember her face being this dark. I was trying to get a really cute picture of Miss Honey and she burped right in my face. That was nasty. It is the day after Christmas, and my house absolutely looks like it's the day after Christmas. But you know what? I'm pretty sure most of you guys' house, especially if you're anything like me, looks exactly the same. So I'm just not gonna worry about it. Normally, this is another reason why I haven't been as active on here, is just because my life is a mess all the time. And sometimes I just don't want everyone to see it. But let's normalize it. Let's normalize fuzzy hair, dirty kitchens, and clutter everywhere. Okay, anyway. One thing that I got for Christmas that I'm excited about is this new crock pot thing. I ruined my only crock pot this winter when I was doing soap in it. And so I got this fancy one. The only thing that I don't like is that this is a non-stick pan. I really don't like that, but maybe in the future they'll come out with a cast iron option, or I can find one that fits it. That would be even better. But I came in here to do my sourdough because I started it earlier, and I'm a very forgetful person, and so sourdough is hard for me. I do it and I can do it, but it's not one of my strengths, I'll tell you that. There's a lot of steps that you have to be precise on, and I'm not a precise kind of person. But nevertheless, look at me remembering what I'm doing. But I am at the step where I need to add salt, so that's what I'm in here doing. Do you want to see? Ooh. Perfect. I'm excited about this because it showed there's a bread proofing option. Let's see if it works. So you're supposed to proof your bread at room temperature, but in my kitchen, because my kitchen, the people that remodeled this house, before we bought it did not put a vent. Like, there is no heat in this whole kitchen. And so it gets really cold, which sourdough doesn't really appreciate. It likes some warmth. And so the best loaf that I've made so far in this kitchen, I used to make sourdough at my old house, but in this house, I accidentally forgot it overnight. So it proved, instead of proofing for 5 hours, it probably proved 12. And that was perfect. But I think that with this bread-proof option in this cooker, I can expedite the proofing. It's just got to rise double. So I'm going to set it and forget it. I have probably 80 birds in one chicken coop. But I also have more in this chicken coop that I keep up close to my house. They're very naughty. They're constantly always out. Anyway, I have to do a little chicken wrangling every day. But I came in here because my new layers that I got in the summertime are laying, which means that... Rude. Which means that I need to clean out their nest boxes, which they've only used for pooping in so far. And I'll put some straw in. I want clean eggs. And the trick for clean eggs is clean nest boxes. So here's a couple, which I'm not gonna lie, I have not even thought about, actually I have thought about putting straw in here, but then I always forget till it's too late. So I like to use my animals in a way that's beneficial for me, and one way that I use my chickens. I'm not really able to use my large flock up here because it would be hard to navigate the wagon, but I have this chickshaw, the Justin Rhodes chickshaw design, that I keep like smaller batches in. I think I have about 30 in here. And this was an overrun garden that I accidentally let go to weed. Now, it was mostly just flowers and stuff, a couple rose bushes, some perennials, but I want to, for one, expand it, and for two, clean it out. So I'm using the chickens. I'm just going to park them here all winter. They can do their business, they can scratch around, they can fertilize for me. As long as they're not hurting my perennials, which so far I don't think they are. Well, maybe they are a little bit, but I don't really care about them anyway. I am aware that these are super dirty because, like I said, I didn't have anything in their nest box, so they were just laying on the ground. And it's been so muddy, and so their little muddy poopy feet have been walking on them. But this is what I'm talking about. So I'm really after pretty eggs, you know? Like, what chicken owner doesn't want beautiful rainbow eggs? And so I lost a lot of those in the move, and then we had a predator problem there before we got Dixie. And so this chicken order was just to kind of restock. Normally I have one of each. I'll have a blue, a green, and brown, but today we're just mostly browns, but that's okay because look how beautiful this dark one is. And then also, stop this. Everybody's flying up here to see what I'm doing, but this speckly one, I don't know if you'll be able to tell. And then I don't know what this guy is. This guy could have been, I'm gonna lick my finger that I've touched chicken poop. Yeah, this guy's just brown. Now, something that I didn't know when I first got chickens is sometimes Americanas can lay brown, which is really annoying when you get them for their blue eggs, and then once in a blue moon you'll get a brown layer instead of the blue that it's supposed to be, but that's okay, I guess. My plan also is to keep hatching these eggs once they get a little bigger. At first the eggs are really small, but then I want to hatch these eggs because I have olive egg roosters, and so it should turn all the egg colors really fun colors, and that's really what I'm here for. Okay, I guess I will show, I was getting ready to sign off, but they're talking to me, so I'm gonna show you one more thing, okay? Dixie, my livestock guardian dog, had an unexpected round of puppies, which is okay. It's a happy surprise. And most of them are gone already, but I still have 4 left. Are these not the sweetest little faces you've ever seen? I'm keeping this one. So our livestock guardian dog, Dixie, had a round of puppies with my Australian Shepherd, and I'm not going to say that I'm mad about it because, look at these sweet little faces. She had 10 puppies, which is a crazy amount. I only have 4 left, and really 3 left because I'm keeping one. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to get in the habit of shooting more videos, so this is day number 1, and play with my new camera and just say hey because it's been a little bit. I'm trying to make a sign off that doesn't sound cheesy, and it does. So this is me saying until next time.